la 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 la. Buongiorno, 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 and buongiorno. My name is Elena Jones and welcome to Mia Cucina. Today I'm going to show you an amazing, delicious Thai red chicken curry, but very healthy. A lot of curries have a lot of fat, but this one is going to be delicious and wonderful. So the first thing what I'm going to do is put the fadale. La prima cosa that we always want to start with is the fadale. It keeps us nice and clean. And this one says, we are one. And today it's all about healthy eating. Every day is about healthy eating. And I am going to be utilizing some ingredients that you may or may not have. And if you don't have them, don't worry about it. Cooking should be fun and exciting. So let me tell you the ingredients. What I have here is I have chicken cut up that I have cut up. I have it in, I bring it home, I wash it really good. And then when I get ready to cook it, I put it in paper towel so it dries really good. So the first thing I'm going to do before I show you anything else, I'm going to take you step by step because this is going to be cooking very slowly. Okay, so it might take 2 to 3 hours until the chicken is all done, and it's going to fill the house full of wonderful aromas. So the first thing that I want to do is, you know what, I always forget something and I'm always disappearing from you guys, I know, is I'm just going to take my chicken. Make sure that if you're working with chicken that you always have, in case it rolls over, my chicken, sometimes they want to roll over. I am using all organic chicken. You don't have to, you could use whatever chicken, but I don't want any pesticides in my body. I'm trying to keep my body very healthy. So now what I like to do is very simple. You see this, and then you have the plastic, all right? And then I always wash the dish anyways. All right, so now let me grab another one because I'm going to be putting it in this pot. So it's a one pot deal, guys. So now what I want to do is I want to take my temperature of my, on top of the stove to about medium. And what I'm going to do to this, I am going to be utilizing ghee. And this is grass-fed ghee. And if you go, I really implore you when you buy ghee to make sure that it's grass-fed, okay? Because it's much better for you. So, yes, one thing I forgot to do. So what I'm going to do is I have a regular teaspoon, and I'm just going to take 1 teaspoon, because I don't really measure, I eye everything, so I'm just going to do 1.5 teaspoons. And this is going to be all the fat. Besides, we're going to be utilizing coconut cream, coconut organic cream. Okay, so while this is heating up, because the first thing I'm going to do is I am going to brown my chicken. All right, so get yourself one of these little guys over here, so it'll make it a lot easier for you to get all the ghee out. And read about ghee. Ghee is used in a lot of parts of the world, and it's wonderful. All right, not to eat it in tablespoons, you know what I mean? We have to keep it healthy. All right, so now I'm done with this, and I have it together today because I really do have a nice soapy water dish over there. All right, so while that is heating up, all right, what I want to do is I want to prepare these guys. And these guys are just going to be prepared very, very light, because everything else is going to go and it's going to be delicious. All right, so the first thing that I want to do is I just want to put a little bit of salt. Just a tiny bit of salt. Okay, just a little bit of salt. That's all that's going to go on this. And while this is browning, we're going to be double working here, I am going to be putting it in here. So what I want to do is I want this. So I'm going to just move this over here. All right. Because it's not quite ready yet. And then what I'm going to do is I am going to utilize fresh turmeric. Turmeric comes like so. If you don't have fresh turmeric, don't worry about it. What I want you to do is to use powder. And if you're going to be using a powdered turmeric, it was about a teaspoon. But I am going to be using the real thing because I'm able to get the real thing and I want to use the real thing. Okay, so I have that heating up. So while that is heating up, I can also multitask. And let's see how much of turmeric, fresh turmeric, is going to give me. It's going to make your hands a little yellow, but it's not going to hurt anything. So what you want to do is you want to peel the turmeric. I know it's just a little guy. And, you know, when I went to Costa Rica, turmeric, I saw turmeric. I've never seen turmeric so large like when I went to this organic farm, all self-sustained farm. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put it in here because I am going to work from this guy. And I'm just going to use this entire thing. I am not going to measure because number thing about turmeric, it's an anti-inflammatory and it's so good for you. So everything that I try to teach you guys it's all good things. So I really want to get all of my turmeric, and if I can't get, you know, all of it, I'm just going to stuff this guy in there just like so. All right, so now this, I am going to take an entire lime and I am going to zest my entire lime. And I'm also going to be using probably a half a lime. And then what I like to do when I serve this, I like to take the other half of lime, cut it in half, and then squeeze it on everything. So what I'm going to be doing with this one is going to have a sweet potato. I'm going to be using some green onions because, you know, green onions, they have less carbs. And if you are counting carbs, this is a keto-friendly dish. For those that are doing keto, so you definitely want to get the entire lime in here, and that's why I have this to catch everything because I'm going to put it back in here. And so I came up with this dish because I love curry, but a lot of curries that I find, they have a lot of fat, and I really don't know what else, you know, they use in those curries, and you know, and curries is wonderful. And you know, and they say that when it's hot, you should have hot drinks. And when it's cold, you should have cold drinks. Imagine that. Okay, so now I gotta make sure, you know, my entire lime is nice and zest, okay? So I'm just gonna cut a half on my board, and I'm just gonna put it to the side because I'm going to be using it. Then what I wanna do is I also wanna take some lemon. I know it's very weird for you guys to be doing the lemon and the lime, but trust me, you know, you want the citrus, you want the citrus. You know, there is a leaf called kaffir, and it's a lime leaf, and it grows in other countries. Oh geez, I don't want to say what country because if, you know, I don't want one of my sisters to be watching and she says, Elena, you got it wrong, because you know, I don't want to be. It's not about being right or wrong. Okay, so now I think this is kind of hot. So what you want to do is you want to take your chicken and you just want to start browning it. Because, you know, we are doing that and we're doing this. And you guys know how to brown. And then I'll bring you over here when it's ready. So you want to just brown the chicken. All right? If I was to bring you here, you guys would see that the chicken is browning. Now I'm going to leave this right here because, you know, I'm going to be turning it and then this whole thing is going to go into the sink. So now that we have this wonderful mixture, so we did an entire lime zest, we did a good orange zest, and we did turmeric. Now, remember, if you don't have fresh turmeric, you can use powdered turmeric. Okay, now to this, I am going to be using a white pepper. Remember what I tell you, pepper is married to turmeric. The only way that turmeric is going to absorb into your body is by utilizing pepper. So the same amount of pepper, and actually that's what I have left, and I need to get one of these, is to use the same amount, but just to be on the safe side, I also have some fresh that I can, okay, no wonder okay, there it goes. It goes the other way. Oh my goodness. Well, it's early in the morning. All right, so now to this we have, I'm using a red curry chili paste. Okay, so I'm using probably about 2 pounds of chicken. So to 2 pounds of chicken, I would say will be 2 tablespoons. And you know, and it depends on how you like it. So what I'm going to do is I am going to grab a little spoon, because you know, for you, I am going to measure. So I'm using a very good heaping spoon of that. So it's about 1.5 tablespoons. Okay. I know, guys, I know. It all goes in here. So far, so good. Everybody's with me so far. Okay, let me put this on put that in the sink. Let me check my chicken. All right, now it's time to turn it because it's browning. Because the chicken is going to sit in here with all this yumminess, guys. And then what you're going to do is 20 minutes before the chicken is done, okay, 20 minutes before the chicken is done is when I am going to be adding my sweet potato. Because if I add my sweet potato now, it's going to fall all apart. Okay, now to this, I have my coconut cream. So what I want to do is I want to open this baby all up. Because I'm going to do it all in here. You know, why dirty? So many different things, you know. Today, it's all about being, you know, not so dirty. Okay, this goes in the trash. And let me grab a little spatula. Well, I only have one of those. And I'm just going to add it all in here like so. Just like so. And when you're using organic, guys, sometimes the cream may be a different color. And it's okay to have it. It's okay for you to eat it. It's part of it. Because, you know, this is inside of I'm using coconut cream unsweetened. Because you don't want it sweetened, okay? And so this is going to be wonderful. Now, because I want to get everything out of here, okay? And you see what I'm doing? I'm using parchment paper over here. What I want to do is I want to add some vegetable broth. I have organic vegetable broth. Organic vegetable broth. So far, so good, everybody. And you know what I forgot to get? A 1/4 cup. So what I want to do now is I want to add my 1/4 cup in here. Hopefully that'll all fit in there. Ooh, it looks like it. I know it's kind of looks like a little yakety, but trust me, it's going to be delicious. All right, so now let me grab and start mixing this up. Look at this. Look at this. Oh, you see what's happening here? You see what's happening here? It's turning into this beautiful pink color. Oh, I love pink, my next favorite color. I love all colors. I think all colors are my favorite colors. All right, so let me just get all of this in here. And now what I want to do is I want to taste. Yeah, we got to taste. Remember, you always got to taste. What I'm tasting for is oh my God, it's so good. I want to add some more red curry paste, okay? I want it to be more curry. So I want to take a teaspoon and I'm going to take another heaping teaspoon in there. Now, if you don't like it so curry, then I would suggest on 2 pounds of chicken to use 2 tablespoons. So I'm just going to mix it really well. So now to this, and you know, I'm going to add just a little bit of the lime juice. And I'm just going to keep mixing it. I'm just squeezing it in here. Okay, I'm just squeezing it in here with my hands. See what I'm doing? I'm just squeezing it and mixing it. All right. Oh. Put some muscle. I know I can get the squeezy things, but I didn't feel like doing it today, okay? You know what? You don't feel it, then don't. Don't worry about it. Who's going to care anyways? Just me and you. and Reggie, and the husband is working. All right, so to this, I'm just gonna add some salt, pinch of salt. Maybe a teaspoon. All right, so what I'm gonna do again, I'm gonna taste it. I use the bottom of this, so I'm gonna use the top now to this. And look how beautiful that is. See what consistency? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, now it's good. Now I'm gonna add it and I'm gonna pour it over my chicken. Like so. Like so. Okay, may not cover the entire chicken, and that's okay. So what I want to do, guys, is I want to take every single bit of my juice. See what I'm doing? All right. All right. So what I'm going to do now, oh man, this is so good. All right. So now I'm done with this. Gonna put this in the sink. I'm going to rinse this real quick because you know this is a working kitchen. All right. So now, as you can see, I have all of this. So I'm going to take my parchment paper. And now I have my beautiful white clean board here. So I'm going to take that, put that in the trash because I don't need that anymore. All right, so now, because we're trying to keep this low carb, I'm going to be utilizing my green onions. Remember what I tell you, when you get, if you get organic green onions, cut them and then plant the rest. So what I want to do with this is I'm just going to slice this. So I got my chicken going on in here, and I'm just going to cover that up. Because what I really want to do, oops, these little guys are running around everywhere. Hey, wait a minute, don't you, I need you. I'm using 2 green onions. 2 green onions, guys, for this dish. And green onions are very low on carbs, and they're wonderful for you. You know, if you like a lot of green onions, by all means, add a lot more green onions. So now I have this. Then what I have here is I have a quarter of red pepper. All right, on the red pepper, and I'm just going to slice it like so. Because you know what? These guys, they're going to be cooking. Now make sure you get all the white out because we don't need the white. All right, so now what we want to do is we want to chop this. Again, this is a very healthier way of eating Thai red curry. I guess that's how I call it. Everybody has their own version, I'm sure. All right, so now to this, I want to introduce you to something super healthy, super food, and that is moringa tree. Yes, and moringa tree has these beautiful, wonderful leaves. If you don't have this, this is optional, don't worry about it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to take them like so, because my moringa tree is all going to be going in here. And this is what I do with my moringa, guys. Yes, you can add your moringa. It's high in nutrients, high in antioxidants. It is called the miracle tree. And if you can get moringa, please, by all means, check it out. You can learn so much about health, and I want this, especially now with everything that's going on in our lives, with the sickness and all of this. We need to really load up on our bodies. I'm having antioxidant water, and I showed you how to make the waters. This is the time to really start loading up on these to your good health. Ching. Okay, so now let's continue because I can get sidetracked. Okay, so now what I want to do, as you can see, I didn't take away, the little stems. I am cutting everything up. And again, I know it's scary to try something different. I had a neighbor, and she was from a different island. I can't remember what island she said. And she asked me about, what kind of tree is that growing? I told her moringa. She never heard of moringa. And I told her I'd be happy to give her some leaves. No, she was terrified. She thought that it would make, it would poison her. There's so many things that we put in our own ideas in our own heads, Okay, so now I have this over here that's going to go over there. And I will take you over there in just a minute. We'll go for a ride. but I want to get everything ready now because, you know, later I get very, very busy. As you all know, I'm an ordained minister, so I never know when I'm going to get those calls. So I'm always available. Except I do shut myself on at night so I can get some sleep. Okay, and I know sleep has been hard for a lot of people. When you start eating well, you're going to be able to also sleep well. Did you know that? All right, so now what I just want to do is I'm just going to be utilizing one sweet potato. It's just my husband and I know it's 2 pounds of chicken, but this is going to carry until tomorrow's lunch. And, oh, this sweet potato, my goodness. I think I need another one of these guys for all the cooking that I do. we have Plan B. We have another one. No stress. Today, I don't want to stress. Today is a no stress day. Remember, I'm not worried about what's happening over there. Because what's happening over there is doing what it's supposed to be doing. And we haven't had all this stuff yet. And the potatoes, I'm probably going to cook the chicken for about an hour. I'm going to check the chicken because I really want it to cook slow. I don't want it to, to cook fast. So yes, if you have, what is the one of those machines that you can put everything in, and the slow cooker, you could put this in a slow cooker. I've never done it like that. I kind of like it like this. So, my chicken is nice pieces. So, and I'm going to put it 20 minutes. So you see what I'm doing, okay? I cut it in half, and then I cut it in thirds. And then I have a bowl right here that I'm going to use for later, for when it's time for me to add these guys in. Because I don't want to be cooking my potatoes right now. Okay, so then we cut it once, and then we cut it again. 3 times, guys, okay? So then we go this way, this way, this way, and this way. Very simple transaction. You see how simple and easy it is? So now this, I am just going to put on this side. Because I'm going to be using it for later. Let me turn this down because I have it on number 4, whatever that is. And now I am going to bring this over here so I can show you what's going on here. All right. All right, let's go for a ride. Hello! All right, let's go for a ride over here. Let's see, can you guys see the pan? No, you guys can't see the pan. All right, let's see. Can somebody give me a heart or something to tell me if you guys can see the pan? All right, let me go this way. Maybe you guys can see it better this way. All right, can you see it? Perfect. All right, so what's happening here, guys? This is what's happening here. It's boiling nice and slow. So now what I want to do is I want to take all of my vegetables that we just cut up, meaning the green onion, the green onions, the red peppers, and the moringa tree. It all goes in here like so. And my husband loves curry, and his mom used to make a different kind of curry. Everybody makes curry differently. So as you can see, it's covering my chicken, this, okay? So what I'm going to do is I am going to take my organic vegetable broth, and I'm just going to add a little bit more because I can always thicken it later. So you have to see, if you want to thicken it later. So as you can see, it's covering the chicken, barely covering the chicken. So now what I want to do with this, I want to close this up, guys, okay? Let me bring you guys up here so you can see me. All right, I want to close this up, and I'm going to cover this up, and I am going to be cooking this, and I'm going to put it right here for 60 minutes. Okay, set your timer for 60 minutes, and then you're going to come back and you're going to check on your chicken. If your chicken is almost falling apart, then you're going to be putting in your sweet potatoes, and you're going to cook your sweet potatoes in that. And then I'm going to serve this probably with cauliflower rice. Okay, guys, I want to thank you so much for joining me today on my beautiful cucina. I am Elena Jones. I bring you lots of love. I bring you lots of wonderful dishes. Ciao, ciao, belly. Have a beautiful day. Blessings to every single one of you. Bye-bye.